to that, but that might include Section 8 housing. But if we didn't have that our requirement would be lower, and yet we're helping the most vulnerable
Yes,
people.
that's why it really is counterintuitive. The more you do, the more you have to do.
Just hypothetically speaking, I'm not advocating for this, but does the city have any recourse in saying, okay, you from what I've heard from you, we haven't received any money for infrastructure repair or improvements in, 20 years? I mean, basically, the city is subsidizing housing authority units because they're not giving us any money. We're fixing roofs, we're fixing things. So does the city?
I'm sorry, as I'm thinking about it, the 26,545, I would think, does include the WHA units because it's based on the census. And the census counts people in the housing authority properties, so.
So because it appears from what I've heard, I mean, I could be wrong, but it sounds like the city is mostly subsidizing the state units because, we don't want to have people living in mold-infested, rooms. So we're paying for roofs and other infrastructure requirements. Does the city have any recourse in saying, like, I'm not advocating for this, but could we have a divorce from the state and say, hey, you know what? We're not going to have 4,000 units, so why don't you take the 800 people that you sent from Boston, the Boston area, to here, and you find a place for housing for them?
I don't think that's something I'd be ready to answer at this point in time.
And again,